All right, we are at Tray Mountain Shelter, and this is the water source. I'm filling up my sea knock bag. It does not take long. Looks like it's full already before I could get my camera out and freeze my hand. I was going to try to see if the sun is up, coming up, beautiful sunrise. There's snow everywhere. It's really cold. If you do not have a pair of mittens, this is Enlightened Equipment Torrid, you're going to regret it. Your thick gloves, people that climb Everest, what do you see them wearing? They're wearing mittens. You've got to be able to have your fingers close together so you won't. Mine are frozen right now, so I'm not going to make this long, but this is a water source. It's a good way down from the shelter. You can't even see it because you got to come downhill. Anyway, I got to get off here. Okay, that looks flat. It's not. It's steep. Well, it's not too steep. Not steep, some stuff. Up from the shelter, I don't know, 2 or 3 tenths, 4 tenths, something like that. You get to the top of Tray. There's a fire ring up here. You can pitch a tent up here. It's probably colder here than it is at the shelter. Shelter's pretty bad. It was got down to like 18 last night. Pretty cold. So let me give a warning for you hikers out there that are going to come through in this cold weather. If you leave water in your water bottle, it is going to freeze. So I dumped all my water last night. To avoid that, we had a hiker that came in. That happened to him twice. Both water bottles frozen. So at the very least, keep one empty, because otherwise you're going to be toting a ice brick back to Hostel or wherever you're going to warm up. And that's not going to be any fun for you. If you got a lighter and you need the flame on that lighter, you better keep it in a pocket. Your fuel canister, I use the hot hands. I highly recommend taking the weight penalty and bringing you some hot hands. It's going to save you. The hands get so hurtfully numb in this cold weather. I already mentioned the Torrid gloves from Enlightened Equipment, the mittens. Lifesaver. I got them without the flap. You may want to get them with the flap. You can flip the ends open and get to your fingers. I just didn't want any possibility to be able to get in, so I ordered the sealed up ones. But that's it. Beautiful view. Well, what you can see through the trees, which isn't much. Sun shining, snow on the mountain. Time to go down. Well, that was just the campsite near the top of Tray. This, I gotta watch my step here, is the top of Tray. We got rocks and snow and a beautiful view. Oh my goodness. You realize just how small you are when you can see things like this. You feel it. Beautiful. Okay, so that's Tray. Just coming down off of Tray. You come into a forest road with a parking lot down at the bottom. I didn't video any of that, but just wanted to show you that the Tray is the tallest thing around here. And I don't know, Tray and Blood are pretty comparable, I would say. Tray might be a little easier. Not as many rocky things to step up, but there are ice flows, and even micro spikes don't work on that. You better do your due diligence getting around them. So just know that. Let's continue with my remembering hikers from the past. One of the ones that I enjoyed watching in a through hike, and was Mike Bowman, Mozzie Mike, and Juju. And I think he had an injury that may have, he ended up supporting his son through the rest of the hike. But Mike Bowman, if you're watching, I thoroughly enjoyed watching your videos, and I realized you were a stand-up guy And I saw what you did for other hikers. I know you're the real deal, brother, Mike Bowman. So if you want to watch some older videos, maybe you hadn't caught up on them, Mike Bowman had some good stuff. Let's keep hiking. So, if you're expecting Indian Grave Gap to be anything special, there's nothing here but trail. Nowhere to camp. But this is it. Indian Grave Gap. It's just a signpost on the side of the road. Maybe there's something down further. I don't know. Yes, indeed, there is an Indian Grave Gap parking lot. I don't know whether there's camping over there or not. There's a sign. I'm not going to walk over there and find out. Having a snack. Drinking some emergency. And we're going back. Because we're going south on this section. Having to do it. This road, I'd probably close too. There's ice on the dirt roads. You can't drive on ice. You can drive on snow. Well, this is coming up out of Indian Gap. This kill's kicking my butt. You think it's nothing? Well, it might be nothing for some people, but for me, this is a challenge. You cannot attempt to walk on this stuff, guys. Even with your micro spikes. You can see, well, if it shows up on here or not, you can see the water is dribbling under that. So you have a chance of it breaking away on you when you step on it. And you go slip sliding away like the song says. I'm going to have to skirt it over here on this side, hugging the trees and going through the brush. These are the conditions of the trail for now. I think I'm on Standing Indian Mountain, whatever the mountain is, going south on the AT out of Indian Grave Gap area. Quite a view up here. I don't know if I'm at the top yet or not. I'm just on a place where you can see out a little bit. There's our elevation at Unicoi Gap, 2949. Looks like the AT continues across the road down at the end of the parking lot. So that is Dix Creek Gap, the Unicoi done.